Didn't necessarily mean to go straight to there, but all right. Okay. Everything is ready, I believe. This should be good to go. And yeah, I need to check my video storage here. Is that in? Oh shit. Oh, it's in here. Okay, so is it recording right now? Because I already went to the work table. I think it is. Because there's a file open. What is this? This one is weird. That one's 8 gigs of nothing. Interesting. I wonder if some of these were when I was troubleshooting the camera. That one's also nothing. That's a gig and a half? For what? I wonder if that was like 4K or something. And what's this one? Okay, that one's actually doing stuff. How big is our last? 14, 11, 11. Okay. So I'm getting a little tight on space on my video drive. But all right. Let's get to doing what we were doing. Basically, I need to find any chips I didn't cover and cover them. I didn't do the hands yet. I started to go around. I need to see if there's any I missed. Ooh. Felt a little weird there. Any I missed on here. Looks pretty good. There, I see a couple I missed. And then I didn't do that at all in the legs. So I need to go over the legs. Oh, we got to rust the shield. Didn't do the shield yet. Okay. So this is probably not usable anymore. We will see. It's going to be too dried up probably. Kind of interested to see if the thin stuff works if we re-wet it. That was probably way too much water. Ah, it's got chunks in it. All right, we're going to have to remix. That's okay. I figured that would happen. Oh yeah, what's the music level? Is it good? I think it should be good. I think it is what it should be. I didn't touch it from last time anyway. try to keep this paint off of myself best I can. Okay. Looks good. Now our color, if I remember right. Oh, I didn't bring up my dashboard. Or do that just in case I need it. Most likely won't really need it, but you never know.
Hello?
Dream Manager. There we go. Hey, Corbin. My paint did not quite last. From what I remember, it was 3 of this and 2 of that. Come on. 1, 2, 3. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Did I see you just getting on a game? I think I saw you pop up on Steam. Oh yeah, we got out of your daily for honor. Daily for honor. I saw you play For Honor the other day, and I was my first impression or first thought was, For Honor still a thing? Let me get this to mix in the cap again. I think it's working. So weird that this one. I don't know if I've seen any of the other ones separate inside the cap like that before, but this one sure does. 1, 2. Okay. Boop. And then we need the noosh. Thought that, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, well, it is Ubisoft. So it's a red flag already. But it is also. I mean, that's at least 10 years old, right? The game? Go about like that. I would pay for the game. Still fine as a fighting game. That's good to hear. I'm glad they haven't ruined it. Just a little bit of water. If they're. Yeah. That's so many games anymore. So many of them are just like corpo bullshit. At least they're just like they don't take any risks. And if there is a campaign, especially like Forza, it's just all corpo bullshit. Like the actual driving's good. Um, the multiplayer's fun, whatever. But if they get away from this the corpo satisfy everyone bullshit and actually, tried something with the game, it would be so much better. Could be so much better. I guess they could also fuck it up, I guess, but a big dungeon delve kind of game. Oh yeah. Yeah, kind of a not really Dark Soulsy, but more better combat, more like a Dark Souls for a dungeon crawler kind of game. That would be cool. Okay, is this thin enough? Is it the right color? Should be the right color. Oh, we want to put. Let me get some over here. And we'll put just a touch of water. Ooh! Okay, that kind of exploded out of there. That was not just a touch. God damn it. I guess I could soak up some with my napkin. Paper towel. I don't even know if that's soaked up enough. Get some more of this. 3D printing on your day off yesterday? Oh, nice. I got more work done on my 3D model of my Miata today. I got the quarter panels done. So now I have, and they're all like done, but there's still touch-ups to do. But bumper, hood, fenders, doors, quarter panel, all done. So I'm getting there. Whole new set of Marines put together between printing and leftover parts on. Oh, nice. I feel like this isn't red enough, but I think this is how it normally looks. Maybe we should do. This arm has no rust runs on it yet. Let's do a rust drip here and see how it looks. Yeah, this one I've been kind of remembering, but yeah, I do agree. Okay, so you do that, wipe it out, drag it out. Oh, it might be a little thin this time. The problem is the noosh I don't measure, I just do by feel. I think it's a little thin this time. We need to add more paint. I'm gonna rub that off. Yeah, I don't remember what it is either. It's not just paint, I don't think. No, it would have done it because you had it there. Paint I can't remember. I thought about that the other day actually, adding this to it. One. Let's go ahead. Yeah, let's say fuck it and go for it. So we're gonna go 2 of each. I'm pretty sure that's what I ended up doing last time too, because I put too much noosh in. I kind of put too much water in last time, really. Yeah, a command for commands. And then we'll forget what that command is. One, two. Eins, zwei. Ich nie. Uno, dos. That's all the languages I know 1 and 2 in. All right, let's try this again. The color's looking better, so I think we're going to be looking much better here. Kind of think I want this to be a longer one, so I kind of draw it down a little bit. That's looking better. That might need a little bit of water in it. That might be a little stiff, honestly. There's definitely some like wiggle room in this, but I may have gotten, when I very first started this and just kind of accidentally stumbled upon this technique, I may have got pretty damn lucky that I discovered how to do this. I'm going to redo my little splotch too, because the tone's definitely shifted. It's like your mixture doesn't have to be perfect. But I think it was just a pretty much perfect the first time I tried it. I don't know if that was enough water to really make a difference in this side, but we'll see. We will see. I'll go ahead and mix up that. That's looking better. Looking better. Hopefully, get to play some Rogue Point tomorrow. I'm excited to try version 1.0. And I never played the last couple updates either. Let's do another one off of that big old chip. Whoa, piss! Not like that. God. Is that an oops? Do I need to up the oops counter? Or the goof? That might, that might count as a goof. I didn't ruin any or really do anything, but I just dropped it straight in there. Let's count it up, see if it works. It does work. Oh, well, I did it anyways. Okay. Now we'll see how this plays out. See if it works any better if we need a little bit more water. Almost dropped the model. I may just have to give up for tonight if I'm just going to be dropping shit. That's not good for anyone. Good for content, I guess. Did I get my... Oh, I got my finger on this and pretty well wiped it off. Let's redo that one. Adds more fun. That's right. There we go. That looks good. Maybe I should touch up this side. Just the tiny bit of water that's because I dip it in my cup and then I do it on the paper here to take the water out, but just that tiny bit of water that's left in there feathers the edge just ever so slightly and it makes it blend in real nice. Let's do the bicep right here. Because if I don't touch it up, there's a hard edge. And it looks okay, but then if you touch it up, it just feathers it in ever so slightly and nicely. I think I hear my music out of my headphones that are on my desk. And it's weirding me out. Because what I have this in my ear is Bluetooth and it's slightly behind because the latency sucks. Okay, that'll work. Let that simmer. I just realized I put two on the same side, so that kind of sucks. Maybe we'll do just a little one right there. I feel like it's too even. Just a little guy. That'll work. That helps a little bit. Okay, what do we have? That side we have a couple on the edges. Do one here. Do one on the edge maybe. There's no real center ones. We could do one down here just for the hell of it. I don't know that it really needs it though. Make sure I'm not gonna touch. I guess we could get the airbrush just to blow some air on them to kind of set them in. Yeah. Oh, he can't extend his fingers. Could almost say I gotcha with the hand. Okay. So I was gonna do down here. I had to brush slightly too wet there. Be all right though. It's a dude. A dude. What's going on, Vicious? We're almost done with the rusties. Let's do. There's a big chip right here. Let's do this. The legs need a quick once over just to touch the spots, not make any runs, but just touch the chips to make them blend in. Then we got to do the shield. Any spots I missed on this because I started doing that partway through. Touch up the hands. And the rest is done. Oh, yeah. Pull that away. There we go. Hey, Tescu. What's going on? I saw I got a follow from you last stream. Oh, there's Nike.
Hello?
We haven't seen Nike in a while. Check out this rust, man. I just completely stumbled on to a technique to do this rust. And I'm like blowing myself away. Admiring the work, thank you. Yes, well, literally my first time ever doing rust, and I just completely, completely happened upon this. God damn it! There it goes. Completely happened upon this technique. Complete random chance. High five. Yeah. You got a high five. Well, oh no, I messed it up. There we go. Sometimes I have to. See, it says it's tracking my. Oh, there it goes. It's like it says it's tracking my face, but so paint on a Gundam. You use Wash FX. Yeah, I've been using Noosh. It's the Pro Acryl stuff, and I've been using it with. I mean, you can use it with any water base, but I've been using it with the Pro Acryl paint. It's doing it again. Okay. I don't know why, but it's when I touch the screen to tell it where to focus, even though the box is already there, then it seems to focus better. But yeah, I've painted for a long time, but I usually only do clean builds. This is my first time weathering. Um, so it was the same thing of being brave enough just to start screwing up my perfectly good paint job. But uh, it's been really fun. I've really enjoyed it. No, oh no ads. Oh, yeah, damn ads. I hate them. I hate them so much. Now this one has a drip straight down the elbow. I normally only do clean paints. So the brave part, um, I was the same for me of I painted them clean, but being brave enough to get to the weathering to be like, I'm gonna screw up this perfect, paint job that I have. But it's been really fun. I've I've enjoyed it way more than I thought. And I've heard a lot of people say it like once you start like chipping and doing this stuff that it can be addictive, and then you can go too hard and do too much of it, which my our one leg is a kind of our test leg. Every time we've done a process for the first time, we've done it on that same leg. But even though we have, the leg still looks pretty good. Doesn't look awful. It looks the worst of the whole model, but it still looks pretty good. You make undercoat or do you make 50-50? medium, and paint. Depends the the process or which stage, I guess. Because obviously painting it, I airbrush the whole thing and for the clean paint, and then for the noosh, um, I can't remember the exact ratio. It's not 50-50. The noosh you only do like a few drops of paint, and then you squirt a decent, well, let's say a decent amount. Say like you do like 4 drops of paint. Noosh you would do like 20 to 30 drops of noosh, and then you just do just a few drops of water to thin it out a bit and mix that up. And then so I'm being real precise with it for doing the rust. But if you're just doing a wash over it, it's a wash that you just slather on and then remove. So like you just slap it on an entire piece and then get your brush wet, or actually, yeah, rinse your brush off, not get it wet. Rinse your brush off, take the water out of it, and then like drag it down, and it'll pull it all off, and then it'll stay left over in the cracks and things. But that's where the like muddy look came from doing that. And then I basically the same mix for that to do the rust, but I'm just putting a few dabs of it, and then you rinse and dry the brush, and then you just pull down the edge, and it just pulls it so nicely. I have liners made on top of my Gundam. Some metallic parts covered with gloss varnish. So I think matte parts I could try 50-50 and then the wash. Yeah, I don't know. It depends on what you're. So I think the matte parts you could try 50-50. Yeah, I don't know. I think it just depends on which product you're using to begin with. Yeah, yeah. Because like this stuff, whether you're going to go heavy or light, you mix it the same and you slap it on. And then like if you want it to stay a little heavier, you slap it on and just leave it for just a little bit. Like give it 30 seconds before you touch it and start pulling it off. But this stuff's kind of different. I mean, this stuff kind of makes acrylic work like an oil wash, kind of almost. It just gives it a lot longer working time, but not near as long as oil because oil takes like hours and hours to dry. Matte varnish on top of the gray plastic. Okay, yeah, there'd be excuse me, liners saved under the matte varnish. Yeah, if I have a bit coat and then wash it. Yeah, I just don't know what, because if you already have the varnish over it, you just do the wash on top of that because you already have the your liners and stuff underneath the varnish, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is. It definitely is important to do some kind of clear coat to seal in your progress. I've never really needed to go back um, too badly, but it is definitely a uh, a good kind of save point. You still gotta be super careful. Like if you really need to go back and you gotta sand it down or whatever to get back to where you were, you still gotta be super careful about not sanding through and that kind of stuff. But it does give you the opportunity. That shoulder doesn't have any yet, so we'll put a big one. That pulled it weird. Too much water in the brush. But that's the nice part about this stuff is you can just kind of keep working it. But the matte coat, yeah. And if you're doing weathering, you want it, you want a matte coat on top because the gloss it won't stick to very well. Just the first time. It's gnarly. That's a big one there. See if I can hit the other edge because it's not really. It's okay, but it's not really feathered in there. Okay. So I think as far as the rust streaks, I think we are pretty good. We're gonna be figuring out oil, some oil tonight, because I haven't done any of that. Then we're gonna use the real thin one I have here. It's super watered down, and this is just any chips I haven't touched yet with rust. We're gonna touch on there. And pull it away. Armored core. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I did. I for doing my first weathering, I decided to do this model because it's basically the anime is basically Gundams in Vietnam. So of course Barbatos would be a good one to do too, but in my head I was like, if any of them would be weathered, it would be this one. Uh, I don't know. I can show you a few of them though. As soon as I get this laid down, pretty proud of our last project took forever. Yeah, I've done Barbie, MG Barbie. Okay, there's a little bit too much of the color here. I'm gonna try to wipe this, get the brush real wet, wipe some of that away. There we go. Now dry it off and soak up that water. There we go. And this is why I'm all wireless now. I can do things. So here's the Barbie. So as you can see, I normally do clean builds. I really like, this is Vallejo metal. Is it just metal colors? It's the older Vallejo metal color. It's the copper. It's an amazing color. Yeah, the copper is such a good color. And then the gold on there is Mission Models gold. I really like their gold. It's just a real good gold. Um, this was actually all I use all gallery paint now or Kaleido. I use Kaleido for pretty much everything now, but this is before that. This is all mission models paint, except for the metallics. The metallics are all Vallejo. Almost, yeah. It's a well, I'll show you. It's the same gold on our last build, and there's more of it. It's easier to see. So the bazooka fell out of his hand. He hasn't been holding it for a while, but that's the same gold. So this is basically I decided what if Char had a like regal looking suit to like show off military might, but not actually be in action or whatever. Yeah, we got mix of gloss, mix of matte. The chest is shiny on the sides, but the middle's matte. And this is the red's a candy red. Yeah, the knee. And the I was really happy with the candy red because it came out. Of course, this is a glossier finish, but it came out pretty much just like the anodized aluminum that's on this. At least, well, before it was gloss coated, anyway. And then the accessories, the Heat Hawk's what I'm probably the most proud of because it took a lot of masking and work. But there's his gun. It came out real nice. Same theme follows through all of it, and then there's the Heat Hawk. MPH8 multi-purpose Heat Hawk. Not this one though. This one's the fancy Heat Hawk. But yes, one, two, three, four different colors on it. So there's just a little hints of chrome here and there. Like hit on shoulder, but melted, a bit melted on. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that the next weathering thing I do, I might have to bust out the soldering iron and start putting bullet holes and slashes and stuff. Also have a. Well, it's not together though. I need to finish putting that together. I have a ball, an MG ball, but it's a racing ball. I made a wing for it and stuff. And then this is part of the. He's part of the pit crew for the racing ball. This is just a an HG, but it's kind of I do iRacing, and the color schemes I do on my cars are basically these colors together. So, and I freaking love the fluorescent green. It just pops so good on this. Yeah, you do gotta be careful not to break something. And then I started to get into statues a little bit. I've done um, this is a well, it's not really a mini. It's like a 75 mil, but that's hand painted, and it's all right. I'm still learning hand paint stuff. And then I did a statue of Lucy from Fairy Tale. It came out pretty nice. I am kind of impressed myself with doing skin tone because this is really the first time I had airbrushed skin tone. But anyway, that's the last kind of most recent projects. I still have some models over here of like we have a Goku and a Vegeta. They're real simple models, but I'd like to paint them sometime. Yeah, I have way more. You brush everything. I have way more experience with an airbrush than a brush because I've done other things with. Well, you can't really see it behind the monitor there. There's a guitar that I painted. I have a it's like a gun you use to spray a car, but it's called a detail gun, so it's like a smaller version of that. A chat paints versus might be yeah, it would be a bit overcomplicated. But the chat paints would yeah, it would be a little overcomplicated. But it was the Vegeta and Goku were chat builds. There's also a Midoriya. I still have an Eevee to do too, but the chat builds things kind of petered out. Or spray inside. Oh yeah, yeah. I have a pretty good. I have a cheap spray booth, but the room straight that way through the wall is my laundry room. So even though I have a cheap booth, I ran ducting through the wall and I put an inline fan in. Um, so it pulls the air out of the house pretty well through the booth. And first mini coating, like 80% left to do. Yeah, I don't have anybody. I don't have like any real reason to do minis, but I like painting them. But I don't have. I've never played any of the games. I don't have anybody to play the games with because I live in a small town. I don't know of anybody that plays around here. But so I've only done. I have a resin printer that. Well, that's how I got the did the Lucy. 22, dang. Like mounts also ordered like 1054 scale. Yeah, I like the cuz I like doing the slightly bigger stuff. I definitely like the 75 mil scale just to make it a little easier to work with and because I don't actually play any games. Give each mini a number, give a big grid map with coordinates on the edges and then let her rip. Except it'd take all day, yeah. Yeah, because standard's like 35, right? We're getting a little. That needs to be washed. There we go. A bit of a ring there. Visible ring. That's not good. I would like it to look like rust and not a coffee stain from a mug. I would much prefer that. Kind of like that one there, which is an old one I can't fix because it's dry. Oh, and if you like Gundam stuff and minis, I gotta show the Zaku's I need to paint. Well, they're actually, I think two of them are actually, one for sure is. I think two of them are supposed to be goofs though, but they're like cyberpunk street gang guys, but they're Zaku's. They're pretty cool. They were on, I forget the artist, but they were on my mini factory. So I have those to paint at some point because I'm a big Zaku. Oh, I forgot to zoom back in. I'm a big Zaku person. Well, really just grunts in general. Zaku's and Jim's, Jestas, anything grunt I like. I like the Gundams too, but I uh I definitely have a soft spot for the grunt suits. No, they're not prime. That's straight out of the printer. I mean, well, obviously they've been washed and cured, but yeah, that's straight out of the printer, just like that. Support's removed. I don't think I've done any sanding or anything on them either. Yeah, that's the only bad thing. I'm hoping there's not going to be too many details. That's the only bad thing with a lot of the resin printed models or the models you just buy off stores. A lot of them have, for the scale, just have too many details. And then you never really want to. You start painting them and then you realize all the little tiny details everywhere, and then you kind of just don't want to finish because there's just too much. You got some UV resin today? I have a little bottle of resin, UV resin, just for like filling holes and things. It works pretty good for that. Aside from the 3D printing resin, obviously. Oops, almost forgot to wipe the water off. That would have sucked. That would have washed away all of it. There's two little dots there. I don't know. I must have splashed some on it at some point. There's just a couple dots right there, but they're dried. I don't know what the deal is with that. Random thing doesn't do any work. Make 3D printable. A nightmare. Oh yeah, for sure. They'll have lots of details. Yeah, I did a. Well, that's also a 75. I did a Viking guy that it's about as detailed as I would ever want, I think. But even that's still a 75, so it's a bigger size. It's a little bit easier to manage. It's got a little bit carried away up here. See if we can mix some of this off. better. There we go. Okay. All right, are we done with this yet? Almost. Almost. We're an hour in and almost done. That's not too bad. Just for months. Just want to make some. Oh, yeah. Do you have any other stuff you do with that involves making things? It's a it's a huge deal for me. I'm a big DIY person. Always and just DIY and just maker in general. Electronics. Oh, nice. I've done a few electronic things here and there. All but for work. I did my own steering wheel for sim racing. Maybe a little bit more selective about this instead of just slapping it. But that's probably about as much electronics. Well, the most advanced. Well, I mean, kinda. Unless you count all the shit I've done to my Miata, because that, of course, it's a kit you get, but I literally built soldered the entire engine control unit, the ECU for that car. Now it seems ads. I remember this neighbor who I always admired. Every room in his house, he had different era model airplanes. Oh, that's cool. Ads are gone. Really? It tells me it ends in 30 seconds. That's interesting. But yeah, that's cool that they had so many planes of different eras and stuff. That's actually how I originally got into uh, Gundams and stuff. Was originally I did a lot of growing up. I was like in middle school, early high school, but I did a lot of planes and cars models growing up. Back when you could still get modeling supplies at Walmart. Wild times. That's where I got my start from. And then like painting little figures, my mom uh went to craft shows and she didn't make the statues. She'd get these like there's like Santa Clauses and little bunnies and just this kind of uh you know bullshit house decoration stuff. And they come as just like fired clay or whatever, something like that, and she would paint them. So growing up, I helped her paint some of them. So that's where I kind of got into the hand painting part, and why I like doing little statues and minis and stuff, even though I don't play the games. Made planes, and so many. I did submarines too. Yeah, I've never been interested in any of the ships or subs or anything. It was all planes, and then oh man, there's a big that's not gonna come off either because that's old. There's a big watermark across there that I missed. Oh, ships and bottles. That's cool. I don't know if I'd have the patience for that. Of course, I also said that about doing chipping, and I've done tiny ass little chips for like hours all over this thing. So I don't know. Maybe I do. The build process for those is cool though. Interesting. And lots of building. Yeah, a lot of stuff I do ends up involving technology in one way or another. So I design a lot of stuff for to 3D print that just that I use of my own. Okay, I think that's good. I'm gonna touch up the hands, get the rust effect on the hands, and then I think we are good. We gotta touch up the legs and then do the shield. And these hands are kind of pissing me off because the chipping is. We did this chipping. Oh, actually, the chipping on the shield was the very first chipping we did, wasn't it? But anyways, I did these hands, and it's just a little too much, and I don't like how they look. But it's there now, so what are you gonna do? Just deal with it. Raise mat. Oh yeah, yeah. Raise the whole thing at the end inside the bottle. It's definitely better being a little bit more selective instead of slapping it on and then pulling it off. Some of this needs to be touched up just because there's too much. So the hands like don't even fit the model, fit the feel of the rest of the model, honestly. That's the other side of that. Some of these tops are interchangeable though, and I have some fresh ones, so I may rechip some of these at some point to make it fit better because it just does not. I figured the hands would be more scuffed up because they're used and doing stuff, but it doesn't look good. It's too much. Okay, let's touch up these legs. don't they have like, I don't know if they use like tweezers, but they definitely have some like long kind of tweezers implements or something that they can reach in there with. I'm tempted to do a big rust streak here because there's a huge gouge in the plastic from when I was scribing and pulled off wrong. In fact, let's just, because it's a ridge that's there, we'll just use the rust wash instead of a rust streak. Let's just do the rust wash in it. And I don't know if it really makes much sense or not, but I feel like it'll just incorporate it a little bit more. I think that basically did nothing for it. Whatever. It's fine. Whatever. It's not going to be perfect. If only it looked like an actual scratch that it would have and not a mistake, you know? That's the one good part about weathering. You make it, there's a lot of mistakes just look like it's part of the weathering, but that big ass scratch does not. And it just made him say, wait, I'll do it. Yeah. He will figure it out. I consider myself a I kind of like came up with a term for it the other day. Uh, Not like a backyard engineer. Uh, but like I do a lot of engineering for my own stuff. Always wanted to be an engineer growing up, but I decided I didn't want to do all the math classes. So instead, I do IT. But growing up building Legos and stuff, that's all still in me. So I do all kinds of engineering projects of my own. My big project right now is 3D scanning my Miata because I drive it at a racetrack and I'm 3D scanning it and designing aero mods for it. Yeah, designing aero mods for it, and then I'm gonna throw it in the CFD software to see how the air flows and and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna wide body this one. You never know in the future though. But I painted it. I mean, a lot of this I don't think really needs the rust color because there's so much there's more dirt down low that it kind of already looks like the rust is there. Because like, let's test it right here. Even if I put some on top of this, I don't know, it's gonna look much different because it's already pretty dirty. But yeah, I painted my Miata in my garage. It's a bright ass um, pearl orange. So if I do any kind of like body work to it, uh, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do about painting stuff, because then the paint's not gonna match. I kind of hate to vinyl wrap it because I like that I painted it. The paint lasts longer than vinyl wrap. Um, but the more I track it, the more I realize that tracking it is like the worst possible thing you can do for the paint. Paint just gets sand blasted off the car. Literally, the fenders behind the front tires, uh, like the front edge of them, have no paint left on them. It's just bare metal because of how sandblasted they've gotten from driving it on track. And there's tire rubber in the weirdest places after going to the track. Is everywhere. It's wild. The intake it's got like a cone filter and then like a dip inside the cone, but that's like tucked up. It's under the hood, but tucked up in the corner. And there's not really any way to like from outside the car to get up in there. But when I was working on it this last weekend, there's a string of tire rubber like up inside there, inside the filter. It's like, how did this get in here? It's crazy. It goes everywhere. All right, I think that's done. Did I do the front? I'm not sure that I did the front of the top, but other than that, I think the leg is done. I don't think I did these. I would like to wide body it though, or do something to that effect. Fender flares, something. I do got some big beefy. They fit because I had to roll the fenders for the wheels and tires I run on it now, but they do fit. All right, it's looking good. Now let's touch up this one real quick. Not even 7:30 yet. Hell yeah. Please be done with Rust this stream. Please. We still have the shield to do. Like candy? Kind of surprised my eyes aren't. By the end of work, I didn't do much. I did some, I guess. I didn't do much real work today because through most of the time at work, I was working on the model of my car, but staring at my screen at Blender all day. Definitely put some strain on the eyes. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Doesn't do much, but it just makes these chips look like they're really there. Discovered last time that it kind of adds up to quite a big effect by the time you get everything covered. I don't really remember this song. This song kind of goes hard. I see a bit of a fingerprint in this one. Okay, I know I did that. I don't know if I did. I don't think I did those just on this side. So we just need a little bit there, a bit there and there, and down, a couple dots down here. There we go. Top of the leg done. A lot of the bottom of the leg we won't really have to worry about. But we definitely need it on the knee. Did I miss that one? I don't think I did. I think there's just hardly any paint there. It's a pretty easy process, but it is a little time consuming. Pretty much dabbing, little tiny dabs, and then damp brush and blend. There we go. And this one. Ooh, that one's looking more like they're really tiny, but there's some rings on that one. I don't like that. That looks pretty good. Mix this up. Do this side. There's another like fingerprint. Leave alert. I need some. Well, thanks for alert. Thanks for hanging out for a while. I appreciate it. Yeah, come by anytime. And thanks for that. Hopefully, in the next couple streams, we'll be done with it. Hopefully, this is only I do this like once, maybe once a week, and we're on like this is like stream 20 of it. So basically, 20 weeks of this. It's been going on for way too long. That's from the very very beginning of building it and painting it nice, and then now weathering it. Okay, I'm doing a little bit too many dots at the same time. These are starting to get coffee stain rings, and I don't like it. I can still rub it off with my finger though, but the brush won't take it off, unfortunately. I need to do like a couple at a time or something. So we're gonna have to reapply these. There, that's better. Then we can clean them up right away. Yes, that looks much better. I think I want to do a streak out of this one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that was almost Macho Man Randy Savage. Unintentionally almost Macho Man. We could make that a thing. Almost unintentionally Macho Man. Macho Libre. Have I been on oh shit, I've been on the well, not that we ever get any chatters in YouTube, but I accidentally wasn't on the multi chat. My stream actually did get recommended to somebody the other day, though. Somebody in the Gundam Discord I'm in They said they were on YouTube and the live stream popped up in their recommendations. I think they follow my channel though, even though I, don't really post anything. It's just these live streams anymore. I need to get no, actually it would be of this. This would be the next video to go on the channel. I don't have any other ones that I like got footage for and everything. Because I already I did do the char one. The Regal char. Almost there. All this tiny detail stuff. Wow! I'm gonna go. Wow. Vicious is back. Yeah, we'll call it that. Call that good. A Gouda. So, rust-wise, we just need to do the shield. We need a big one down here. Actually, that's a good idea. Stretch. Oh, and have a sip. Let's have a little sip. Get rid of this. My eyes. Whew. My eyes are struggling. Does it say the ad? Oh, no, it does say ads going. Oh, when I'm in multi-chat, I can't see when the ads are going. Okay. I can see it on this screen, though. Oh, nice stretch. Oh, we had an extra viewer in there or something until the ad hit, looks like. Because there's not very many viewers, but the view count went down when the ad played. Imagine. I wish I didn't have to play ads. It's annoying that I do. I guess I wouldn't have to, but then you'd have to watch an ad by Twitch's rules. You'd have to watch an ad to then a pre-roll ad. You'd have to watch an ad before you got to get in the stream, and I fucking hate that. We back. Do you enjoy getting cucked by by Twitch? Ooh, that's hard to reach, and I gotta stroke the wrong way. That's a big boy there. Activated. It's like it activated it. Wow. That was immediate, huh? That needs to come straighter down. and then drip off that. There we go. Beauty, beauty. Let's touch up the rest of this. I've never done a touch up with a streak at the same time. So this may be a huge mistake because they're also two different consistencies of paint. And they're going to try to start blending together, mixing together. So it could be bad. I definitely think we need to wait for that to dry because it's pretty much all the effect I think is gone. I think it sucked into the other paint. Okay. All right. Okay. As Hannibal would say. All right. Okay. Do one there. Which redeem did you do? Was yours the the wow. Wow. The fairy tale. I told I was gonna play it. My son and I are
What? I didn't do anything! I didn't do anything! I didn't do it! I didn't do anything! I didn't do anything wrong! What the fuck?
My son and I are almost through Bleach. Well, we still have the Thousand Year War or whatever, the new Bleach, I guess, to watch. But I was telling him after that, I was telling him we could watch Fairy Tale. Oh, I said, or he could start Naruto too, just because it's it's another shonen similar to Bleach. But I told him that Fairy Tale is where the WoW came from, and he's like, "Whoa, really?" Yep. Pull that little tail away of it from it there. It kind of curved off with my brush stroke. It didn't stay straight. I should probably do another rust streak off of that one. It's always good to do something over the water slides too. It makes them look like they're actually there instead of laying on top of stuff. It's kind of a hard spot to get to though. with the bump out in the shield, it kind of gets in the way. There we go. This one, I think I'm going to follow this whole thing and then come down. Oh, that's a big blob. Still a little thick. A little thick boy. That's better. If I could take a tiny bit out of the other side, it would be nice, but I might end up wiping the whole thing away. Risky swipe. Oh, beauty. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Yes, yes. It's all coming together. Quit being so shiny. Focus. I have so many problems. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Need to re-up my thin stuff here. Oh, it's probably too much water. Maybe not. That actually might be okay. Nope, it's too much water. Mix more of that in. See how that goes. Still might be a tiny bit thin. Touch thin, maybe. Oh, there we go. Almost had some coffee stains. Get a little bit more mixed in there. Just a touch. Just a touch. Let's see what it does over here. We could do this one now. Should be dry enough. Actually, kind of like how that looks just like that. I'm not even going to touch it. We can do this one. It's a little heavy, maybe. Soak some of that up. The tiny edge of a ring. kind of want to do another streak off this big chip here, but I feel like that would be too much. Maybe a little one off of that, just so it's a little more, because otherwise it's got like a pattern going through it that way. Maybe I'm thinking about it too much. Just do a light pull down. That kind of works. Gives it kind of a very light wash look over the, like there's not really rust coming down yet, but there's been a little bit of rust that's come down with some rain or something. I need to do that with the others though to make it look natural. Oh, it's almost 8. We're not done. I enjoy doing this, but I also want it to be done. Right, might be doing too many at the same time here. Too much on that. Too late on that, I should say. Didn't want to wash off. Okay. I don't know how much the wash over, the rusty wash over this on the orange really matters, because they already kind of look that way. Do some quick ones here just to see. That one I got too much. Too much, too much. Is that from something? I say that all the time. I don't know if that's from something. Yeah, I don't think it really does much. Okay, we need to do the rest of this edge. And then there's the whole back of the shield. I don't know how much I really care about the whole back of the shield. We'll do like a quick touch up or something, but I don't think I'm going to care too much. Okay, pull that off. This down. That one got a bunch on it. Pull that down. It's got a nice little tiny streak out of it. Give it some texture. That's what all the pros talk about, right? All the texture. Gotta add texture to your paint. It's all about getting the texture. I don't know if it's this attachment point isn't chipped or anything. I don't know if that's a little weird. It's a little out of place. I did get like mud all over it, but there's no chipping or anything. We could do some of the oil on it. I plan to do because it's small and it's got like a bunch of joints around it and stuff. Let's do a thin, real thin, kind of just slap on rusty color, just to give it a little more dirty look. So I did do mud on it, but it looks like the mud didn't stick very much. With these islands? What are you doing with islands? There. I don't know if that may be a little much, but that gives it some color. It kind of somewhat blends in now. Okay. Oh, my fucking eyes. Whew. Feels too much like I'm trying to do some trigonometry or some crap, getting those supported. Found some legs and body files for more Marines. I was going to print them. Use up some of your leftover arms as backpacks. Oh, okay. Oh, on the unsupported islands. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That needs dirt right there. Pin from the piece that comes through. blend it in, hide it a little bit. Okay, I think this is pretty much done. Down to 3. That's how I felt through some of the day using Blender today. Staring at vertice dots and how they fit the geometry that I have 3D scanned and all that crap. I don't like the scratches I did on the top of this. I know my idea was the hand wraps around the bar and scratches it a lot, but I don't like how that came out. It was literally the first thing we chipped though, so, you know. I think I'm just gonna, since it's a flat surface that is on top, I'm just gonna kind of dab the rust around and see what happens. It's not really gonna like flow a certain way. That'll work. And then, ow, my elbows. Let's do this stuff on this back edge. I've been hard on my elbows with sharp surfaces the last 2 streams. Why do I have so many sharp surfaces for my elbows to hit? This is probably a better question. Okay. I do believe that is done. I like it. I'm liking it. Baby monkey bumpers. It is now time for a sippy. I need just a little bit of rust right here. I forgot that. I ran out of my thin stuff too, so let's mix just a tiny bit here. Do that real quick. Kind of drag some of it around and down. That corner. Okay. I don't know how much that really shows there, but we did it. We did it, Reddit. Now we'll take a sip and we'll figure out the oil. I've really been thinking of using. Let's shake this up. See what color it is. The rail type brown. Oh, we could use the black brown though. Black brown could be good for oily look. Or if this isn't dark enough, a mixture of both maybe. Because that's not. Oh, it's not on camera. Oh, well, I don't know what you can't really see that. Let's just put a couple drops over here. I don't know if that's. I don't think that's dark enough. Yeah, black brown definitely sounds good on paper because oil is brown, and when it gets mixed with like dirt and shit, it looks, you know, dark, nasty brown. Let's put some black brown over here just to see. Those are almost the same color. This I think this one's a little bit more brown, but those are almost the same color. Now let's see what happens when you add the noosh, because that will lighten it. So it's gonna need to be like extra dark or something. And we'll also see how the mission models reacts with the noosh, because mission models is a little bit different than standard acrylic. Okay, definitely looking very gray. I think the black brown is winning so far. That may need a little bit more noosh in it. Maybe the black brown with a little bit of black added. Or we could do the black blue with it. Let's do a little bit more noosh. And we'll just add like, let's do 2 drops. Maybe I shouldn't do 2 drops though, because blue is very strong pigment. Yep, that was too much. I can tell already. I should have done 1 drop. Okay. Okay. And this is... Yeah, I don't know if the Noosh likes mission models. And this was just from bubbles coming up. There was little, like, speckles in it, like it wasn't really incorporating together completely. Okay, let's have another go. Let's do... We're going to go with the black brown. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 drops of black brown. 1 drop of black blue. And then, do I have any just like pure black in Pro Acryl? I don't think I do. Those are all metallics. I don't know that I have a pure... Oh, I have coal black. I forgot I got that. Shit. We should have looked at this one first. Coal black's probably like perfect by itself. This one's probably not even open, actually. Nope. Coal black with the... Is there still a membrane there? Oh, no, it was just a bubble. It finally popped. Oh, it kept like bulging up, but it wouldn't pop. I wasn't sure if it was a membrane from the cap or what. Maybe we should shake that a little bit more because it's a brand new bottle. Okay. There's a little fuzzy in there. 4. Yes. Yes. Just for funsies, let's put a drop of that in there. Just for the funsies. Then we will noosh them up. And then I'll probably add a little bit of black brown to this, but we're going to see where they end up. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Man, I wonder, maybe the blue ruined it. It's still not, still not, I think it's not brown enough. It's not bad, but I think it's not brown enough. This so far is just the coal black, which I don't know if coal black's a thing or if it's just their way of naming black a black. With miniature paint companies, you never know. Never know what they're thinking with color names. Okay, so it does have a little bit of bluish tone to it, I think, which is kind of what I was looking for, except we want to warm it up with the brown. So I like that. That's not bad. But we're going to add, we did 4 coal blacks. I feel like I could do 2 black browns. Maybe I should only do 1 and see what it does, but I feel like we could do 2. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. Maybe just the 1. I never did put the water in it. You're supposed to put just a little bit of water in. The hell just happened there? Blue started, I'm sure the camera didn't see that at all, but blue started to mix like back into it. It was weird. Let's do another one. And we're not going to touch it anymore. 4 coal blacks, 2 brown blacks, black browns. Brown black, black brown, black brown. That will be good. We will run with that. Seems like a oily, grimy thing. Now where should we test this? Get it on our test leg? I kind of want to put it. I'm gonna use this. Flip this napkin over here. See, it's somewhat of a fresh napkin here. Paper towel, whatever. I kind of want to like slap it all inside here and see what happens. Get the brush in there. Pull all that down. This part of this song could almost be unsatisfactory. It's got that synth sound that they use. You know, I was showing my son this model, like last weekend or something, and he didn't like that it was so dirty. But he also made kind of a good point of like he's like, but why is it so dirty? I was like, well, it's weathered. It's like they're out, in the wilderness in the mud and all this stuff fighting. And he was like, he's basically like, but do they not take care of it? Like, take care of their equipment? And I got to thinking about that, and I was like, you know, that's actually a really good point. Maybe it shouldn't be this dirty. Supply lines and stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true too. But definitely the way he said it, I was like, you know, because like they'll be out in the field for uh before they go, like return to a base. I mean, they got a like month at the most or something, right? The very most, you would think. And then I grabbed the model and just threw it in the trash. You ruined my life's work. Thanks a lot. I don't know if this is the best brush for this, but they aren't very big spots, so I think it should be all right. More on the brush than I thought there was. Look, it's hard to get in these little tight spots to pull straight down with gravity. I should have left a stream up for Tarkov drops. Although I'm probably not going to play PvP, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Kind of over it. I have enough fun with PvE. And I still haven't escaped yet. Pull all that down. What time we got? 8:20 basically. Bam, bam, ba down. Alright, so there's that joint. I guess we could do the top. I didn't even get any dirt on the top. That might look kind of goofy. If I remember right, I don't think I did any kind of coating on the metal. I think that I left the metal raw. Very light oil streaks coming down there. feel like I'm lacking vision in this part of it a little bit, and just kind of slapping shit on. But I don't know, making progress, I guess. Really hard. If I pull up, I don't think it's going to give it the right look. I want those nice vertical lines, but that is hard to do when there's nothing there to work with. No room. Very hard to do. That's not too bad. That needs to be thinned way down. Actually works pretty good with just my finger. Ooh, there's a big section I missed. Good thing I saw that. Okay, so if we do, let's do just a touch. Wash the brush. Pull down. It kind of works. It would catch all in there. That wouldn't really drip oil. Um, I feel like the hydraulics should be very oily in here. Not necessarily on the shafts, though, I guess, huh? Let's clean a bunch of that off. Probably not going to see this anyway unless it's in a very specific stance, but yes, ground type. There's the top the top bit. We're almost done with it. Just trying to get some oil in the cracks. The MS Igloo ones. I don't think I know those because I don't think I ever watched that. Slop it on up in here. What time is it? 8:30. It's only been 10 minutes. Actually, 9 minutes. Dang. All right, they got some color in there. That's good enough. 83 gun cannon kit? Dang. That's pretty cool. It has a smell. Is it like does the box, or did it come with like the original box and everything? Was it like unbuilt and all that stuff? Wondering if like the box and manual has that like old paper smell to it. Runners are bubble wrapped. Wow. That's pretty cool. I need a gun. I don't have a gun cannon yet. That's one thing I do need. I need a gun cannon. Hell yeah. Definitely build it. I mean, you can't not build it, right? That's the whole point. Also coming from the plastic. Was old. Okay, okay. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever get an old kit like that. That old anyway, but that is still, because that's like OG. That's still super cool that you got that. Oh shit. Smashed the mic. What the hell? Is that not skipping the song? Is that just replaying the same song? There. I don't know what was going on with that. Hit that point in the audio again, I guess. Well, I'm doing it a completely different way now, so it shouldn't be. Glue near the area where the core fire. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Those old ones have like glue and does it have any screws? Because I know some of the old ones have. Actually, well, this kit has screws. Now that I think about it, but so I know some of the old kits had like screwed together joints and stuff like that. So our counterattack era has screws. Okay. Yeah, this one had screws in the shoulders, in the knees, maybe. There was two, well, four joints, I guess, but they're mirrored. Then holes. I feel like my oil dirt may just look like dirt for dirt's sake. I don't know if this is actually gonna add. Man, we need something on the metal to make it blend in, I guess, but a little better. I don't know how much value this is actually adding to the paint job. Original F90, but they don't have. Oh, F9. Okay, F90s are. I don't know what my. I don't know what my. I don't even really know what my favorite would be. I mean, I feel like I have to say Azaku, just because of how much I like Zaku's, but trying some oil on top of the foot here. Same issue though. I don't know if it's really adding anything or if it's just looking sloppy. Just a little bit there. But I do still need I still need a gun cannon, and I really need a Jesta. Freaking love the Jestas, and I don't know why I don't have one yet. Okay, now I definitely feel like we could do some oil down the back of the foot here. Some big old nasty streaks. Some oiled area and some big old nasty streaks. Yeah. very straight there. Off of that edge. There we go. Yes. That looks alright. It's alright. Okay, we'll call that leg done. Let's do the other leg and then maybe call it a night. Have both the legs oiled up. What game does this sound like this is from? It's not from any game, but sure sounds like it's from something. Something 90s and Japanese, I think. I'm focusing too hard. Oh shit, I don't have my phone. I might have to go check my phone. Finish the top part of this leg real quick. My daughter was at a birthday party. And it looks like she tried to text me. Nope, don't do that. Don't like that. More of that. Wipe more of that off. There we go. That's a little better. Actually, that kind of works. Okay. A little bit here. A bit there. Just a little tiny bit of texture. Sure. Okay. The top's done. Let me go find my phone. Okay. Let's finish off this leg. We got only got about 10 minutes. I don't know if I can. It's going to be close. I'd like to be able to call it done, though. It's not the kind of work I'm supposed to be doing with this paintbrush, but that's okay. I'm not being super rough. It's not an expensive brush, but it is a real hairbrush. My eyes are tired of looking over my glasses. Holy shit. Oops. First real mistake there. There we go. Fixed. Hey, how are you? We're just about to wrap up here, but I'm trying to get some oil down on this. Oh, I didn't go down in here. Get some down in there. It reached down. I think it reached good enough. Sure, why not? Do a little. Ooh, that's kind of a lot there. Pull a bunch of that back out. Pull down some of this oil. That might be a little much. Actually, it kind of blends in okay, though. Okay, we'll call that part done. Now we just need to do the bottom. Did I do the front? I don't think I did the front because the armor piece was down. I didn't. We'll just slap a little on there real quick. It's not that big a deal. It does have some dirt on it, at least. Okay. kind of caked on in this spot. Around the bottom of the pistons, but not up on the pistons because they would be shiny from operating. Not easy to get in there. That works. Okay, undo the back. Might be able to end this right on schedule. All these over the edge. Be careful with the edges because the paint really likes to beat up on them. It's kind of cool with the metallic behind there. Okay, call that good. I didn't do this side yet, did I? See how I do. Okay, we'll do kind of more in this corner here. That's a little better. I think I like that. The oil streak, and then a bunch of kind of other little streaks. It looks completely different on camera. Camera's a little saturated because that orange is more orange. Well, it's partly this monitor too. Oh, I didn't slap any. We just gotta slap some messy up in here just to dirty up the metal a little. Not super important. Just needs to kind of hide in the background. Have something on there. So it's not so nice and smooth and shiny. All right. Did I get that on this one? Oh yeah, that's already got shit up in there. I did miss the little side bits though. Just slap some crap on them. So there's something there. And that should work. All right, I'm officially calling the legs done. Who knows, I might go back and do something at some point. Maybe, probably, but I'm calling the legs done. Added a little bit of thin oil stuff for some texture. Got the metal all slopped up. Maybe a little too much, but that's okay. We will call those done. There's not really any oil on the shield, so we don't really have to worry about that. We'll just have to do the joints on the upper, maybe have some oil streaks coming down from like between the armor here and there. Definitely out of the vents. But other than that, ram up the backpack with some a little bit maybe. Yeah, other than that, we'll call it there for the night. Legs complete. Yeah, we'll be back Tuesday to race, of course. And then slide this over there. And then hopefully we've been on a roll on the Mecha Wednesdays. So hopefully next Wednesday we'll be back again. Finish up the oil on this. And then what do we got to do? We got to start on the weapons because I haven't done the weapons at all. If I doubt I'll get it done. If I get some free time, I may finish this gun because I just forgot to do the suppressor. So I just need to prime and spray the suppressor really. With I forget what gray I used, but I guess I'll figure it out. But yeah, so I should pretty much just have to prime and spray it. And then that gun will be complete. So it was sad I missed that part. Anyway, we'll call it there. And thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the chatting. It was fun tonight. And I'll catch you guys Tuesday. Peace.